What is up, Drama News Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keem Chan, and let's get right into the news. Today, we have the greatest section, the greatest drama, the greatest news anyone has ever documented in the history of the entire world. Universe, dare I say. Aliens in Mars and other galaxies could not compete with the sheer quantity and size and quality of news information broadcast we have. It has just been revealed to me as of... Let me check my computer here. Let me just... I'm sorry, I'm just pulling up the news here. Just pulling up the news. Don't mind me, don't mind me. It has been brought up to my attention. Let me just speak into the microphone. Let me speak into the microphone. It has been brought up to my attention that Twitter user Jubji_, also known as Jubji on YouTube, also known as Jubji on Discord, a classic internet personality known for such classics as their Hive Swap playthrough, a really cool Overwatch shot, and a few others. They've been beloved by all, America's sweetheart. But unfortunately, that time has changed. It was revealed to me on January 15th, 2021, that there is evidence that frankly will end Jubji's career. I'm not even sure if I want to, maybe here are some screenshots on the screen, I'll show you them, and then we can come back to it, and we can all sort of realize, and I will kind of decompress this for you, and explain this for you as well.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
That's right, you saw it. Discord/Twitter/YouTube user Jubji. None other than Jub herself, Jade Jubji, Jub Jade, if you will, has contracted Lyme disease. I know. It's really, I honestly, I can't even talk about it, it's so disgusting to me. She has contracted Lyme disease, and if you don't know where you get that from, you get that from ticks, dude. Ticks. You know, like the long stick things that get on your leg? Yeah. It is. If we could just, all jokes aside here, take a moment for the victims, because this is career shattering. I mean, this is just disgusting. The fact that Jubji would do this while maintaining her, personal life or social life, and just not tell any of her fans or even apologize, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. And it just makes me angry just thinking about it. But don't worry, we've got more news. We thought this was an isolated incident. You know me, Keem Chan. If it's an isolated incident, I leave it alone. I'm only here for people that legitimately have problems. We don't do fake allegations. This is all real. Well, in a few moments, I have for you an interview with the man himself who witnessed it. The whole incident, and the many repeat incidents as well. And this is going to be big. This is going to be crazy. When you hear how she contracted it, when you hear how many, ticks she had, frankly, I think that sub count is just going to drop to zero. Negatives, even. So without further ado, let me do some work here, and I'm going to bring my anonymous confidant on, and he will talk to you about kind of some of the injustices laid here. This next story is the greatest, most mind-blowing, appalling thing you'll ever hear. I have an anonymous confidant, as I mentioned. He will not be named. No one, frankly, has ever heard of this guy. I found him, just by sheer luck. He was so appalled by what Jubji, Jubji_ on Twitter.com, Jubji on YouTube, and Jubji on Discord has been doing, that they just felt it necessary to come out about it. Sir, what shall I call you? And if you want to start with your story, that'd be great.
If you could just write me in as Blue, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So
Okay, Mr. Blue. So if you could just go over exactly what happened and what
yeah,
you saw Jubji doing.
yeah. So here I was going to get some flatware at Walmart, right? I'm getting a big party, like grilling out. You know, I wanted some like Dixie plates. So
Yeah.
here I am walking into Walmart, right? And this loon is standing outside by one of those Walmart poles. And they've got this this big brown sack hanging from like a belt, right? And it's just like bulging and like gross and like lumpy. And like I was curious. I kind of loitered there for a little while just to see what they were up to.
And so that was just to confirm, that was in fact, I hate to break your story, sir, that was in fact Jubji that you saw.
Yeah,
disgusting brown. We need to really. I'm really driving this home, audience. This is disgusting. An honest, innocent man is going so far as to degrade this imagery to showing you how putrid it is. All right, go on. So you see him see the disgusting sack.
Yeah. So here I was. I'm walking up. I see this goon standing here, right?
Yeah.
So I go up to him. I says, "Hey, what's in that sack?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you asked." And they take something out of the bag. It looks like a little pill, right? They pop it in their mouth. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And they start grabbing like handfuls and just like cramming them in. Like, look, and then like after a second, they stick their tongue out, and it's just like covered in like ticks, just fat, like wriggling and like just like chomping onto her tongue and just like getting it all over her mouth, and just like it was absolutely disgusting.
So what you're telling me, and this is Blue, this is an anonymous individual, has told us, Drama News Nation, that Jubji was deliberately putting ticks on their tongue so as to induce Lyme disease. And in fact, they had an entire multiple pill stashes worth of these ticks, of these literally like chemical warfare on her own body. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it was so disgusting that I completely forgot about the Dixie plates, and I got in my car and went home. It was horrible.
See,
I had to go back later that afternoon.
This is what I've been trying to tell the good people, is by far the most important part to me is just making sure this is right with the victims. And I'm sure you know, Mr. Blue, this is not a one-time story. There are other people who've had other instances, encounters with this just frankly sick, manipulative behavior. And I just think it's time that, frankly, just for justice of everyone involved, this story finally breaks so this fucking bug chaser, Jubji, gets what they deserve.
Yeah,
and hopefully some therapy or some medical attention as well, because Jesus Christ, someone gets a tick as an accident. Okay, you were a kid. Okay, you were young. But oh my god, that was disgusting. Have you seen or interacted with Jubji on any other instances? I know it was a chance encounter, but if there was any other times, or we'd be more than happy to report on that.
They actually had a sandwich board on, and on the back it had a bunch of like their Twitter handle, and so I looked them up after, and it was
Jubji
just like
on Twitter,
dozens and dozens of pictures and videos of them just putting ticks in their mouth and like on their body, like all over, like some on their eyes.
Yeah, Mike, if you can put those on screen, editor. Okay, our producer will get it. Don't worry. Okay.
I mean, they've since been removed, but it still is just like it haunts me, man. It's just disgusting. Like, why would anybody think to do that?
Yeah, and the fact that it's still going on. I mean, it's really just you're incredibly brave for coming out. Yeah, and that's what we're here for. I mean, this is news journalism at its finest. Well, thank you for your time, Blue. I think that's pretty much going to wrap it up for our story with you.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
You got anything you want to anonymously plug?
I wanna plug my friend twitch.tv /Dan_squared. He's a great up and coming streamer. He's
I'll have to check him out sometime. Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again. We're incredibly sorry for what happened to you. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
Now-
sure, no problem, man. Have a good one.
Bye. Now, YouTube chat. Now, YouTube chat. That might have been the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my entire life. But the worst part is, this is a trend that continues. This does not end with Mr. Blue. This does not end with Jubji underscores, horrible Twitter account. Unfortunately, this goes much farther than that. Much farther than even the DM screenshots I showed you earlier. This goes as far as a second interviewer. I'm not kidding. We have a second person lined up to talk to about the frankly atrocities that this character has been doing. And we're doing this so that way we can stop Jubji together. You heard from the anonymous source Blue. You saw the DM screenshots seeing what Jubji Twitter user, Jubji underscore YouTube user Jubji has done, and it's frankly appalling. But the worst part about this whole story is that it's not an isolated incident. It didn't even just happen 2 times. We have a second interviewee to go on about what's probably the most disgusting event I've ever heard of in all of Jub history. Welcome on, anonymous source none. Make sure we can hear you.
Oh, wait.
Hello?
Do I talk now?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're on the air, dude. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah. All right, no.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
You have told us at Drama News here, you've told me, Keem Chan specifically, that you have your own individual horror story with Jubji that frankly rivals even that of Mr. Blue, who we had on earlier. If you would just go ahead and just tell it, I'm all ears. We're all here for you.
Okay. So, I was Jubji invited me over to their place.
Okay, so you're invited over by Jubji. You're going to their place.
Yeah.
Have you had any experience of Jubji Island where it's just kind of like, were you close to her? Did you know that she, dealt with, ticks and all that?
No. I mean, I was just going over there to pick my Joy-Cons back up because she borrowed.
Gotcha. So you're just over there. You're just kind of acquaintances. You haven't talked a lot. You go over there. What happens?
Well, I ring the doorbell, and
Ding dong.
nobody answers. So I knock on the door, and again, nobody answers. But I realize that the door is unlocked. So I crack the door, and I'm like, "Is anybody home?" I'm just gonna, walk in, and I open the door even just a smidge more, and just like ticks start pouring out of the door frame. And of course,
God.
I panic.
Yeah, of course. I mean, anyone would in that situation. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, when I jump, the door like slowly swings open, and just like the walls are like throbbing with them, and it
Oh man, I can
I'm
only
not
imagine.
gonna sugarcoat it. I got sick.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I mean, see, the thing is, you weren't here for it. Our previous, guest Blue talked about Jubji actively inciting, putting ticks on their own mouth, so many that they looked like pills, and trying to induce Lyme disease. And frankly, what you're telling us, and what you're telling the audience at Drama News right now, is frankly horrifying. You're telling that Jubji's abode, Jubji's home, is frankly infested, beyond infested, almost entirely encased in ticks.
Truly.
It's
And so,
man. Go on.
at this moment, I suppose my scream was what finally signaled for Jub, because she runs up into sight, and she's like, "Oh, hey, you're here. Come on in.
Oh my gosh.
I'll grab the Joy-Cons." And
Not even like a hint of remorse or anything? Not even like shock? Nothing?
nothing. Excitement even.
Oh my god.
So I had to just steel my nerves and play along with it. I didn't want to, embarrass her at all.
Yeah, of course.
So we walk through, and she's like, they're down in the basement. That's where I play on the Switch. Just follow me and I'll grab them. And so we walk down the stairs, super creaky stairs, by the way. That's not That's not.
Yeah,
That's just
but-
like a.
Yeah, it's just I get you. It's just kind of gross as is. Kind of
it's
just a,
just kind
a
of annoying,
dilapidated
yeah.
building in general. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get down to the stairs. It's pitch black, and she pulls on the drawstring to turn on the light.
Mm-hmm.
And I kid you not, it looked like a tick version of a meth house. I'm talking like
Oh my
rows,
God.
perfect rows and columns of tables everywhere, and like incubators. They were straight up
My
incubators.
God. I can't even say I'm surprised from hearing Blue's story, but my lord, this is an operation. This is frankly a dedicated, I would say, chemical, terrorist attack on her own body.
It was truly horrible. I mean, like you could just hear the clicking of like just millions of little legs.
I imagine.
It took all my willpower to just not like instantly vomit or run away or something. It was horrible.
So did she didn't acknowledge any of these ticks to you or anything at the entire duration you were there? Did she?
Nothing.
Wow. This is telling. This is really telling. You're incredibly brave. I'm sure I'm hearing you breaking down and crying right now. You're incredibly brave for everything you're telling us right here. Wow. Do you have anything else, that you need to say about her, or, we're here for you if you need it. We're the platform.
Just a minute.
It's okay. Yeah, no, take all the time you need. This is heavy stuff. In my 35 years of news reporting on this platform, I've never seen anything like this. It is by far, I would say, the most disgusting interaction I've ever seen with any YouTube.
Hey, could you please
Discord.
keep it down? Sorry, that was my brother. So, I mean, no, it really was just outside of that, my my Joy-Cons were kind of sticky, but no, that was it.
With ticks, with lime.
I don't know.
Dude?
I don't know.
They
were
man.
slightly yellowish, and they stuck all the time.
Oh man.
So I didn't want to risk
That's
it, and I
gross.
just got rid of them.
Yeah, you. Well, thank you for your time, Nun. We really appreciate everything you've done for us here, and hopefully, as the days come out, I'm sure there's plenty of more victims. With that many ticks, there's only got to be more victims. So thank you for your time. All right.
Of course.
You heard it here, Drama News Nation. Not only was there DMs of her purchasing ticks, not only was she in public showing herself, putting ticks in her mouth and showing it off to people like it was something you should do. Not only that, but she has a house that is frankly infested with ticks. This concludes Drama Alert. Thank you, and don't forget to put #NJub everywhere. Thank you, good night.